Hey fam, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining us today.
So today we're going to be talking about our current sexual relationship and marriage, and how we plan on moving forward in the future, and just keeping it fresh and keeping it fun. So yeah, our last two videos we were talking about our sexual expectations before marriage and what we thought it would be like. We also talked about our honeymoon, what our expectations were going to be for that. So if you missed those videos or feel like wanting to check them out, links up top. Just make sure to give it a like and share.
Definitely.
So getting into today's video, so it all started one night when I failed as a husband. Pearl was seeking my attention and I failed to show her the love and kindness that she desired. She felt sad, she felt ugly, she felt unwanted, and I was picking up on these, and obviously it created like a sad environment. Just put like animosity and like distance between us. We had a very open discussion. We talked about how our feelings were affected through the day by little actions that we did to each other, intentionally, unintentionally. For example, sometimes Pearl may be wanting to be like close or intimate, or just like be around me and like kind of cuddle and cute stuff like that. But I might be just distracted with having to take the garbage out or do the dishes and kind of like, babe, you gotta wait, brush her off and make her feel, you know, like
Unwanted.
like she wasn't important or a priority in my life. Or sometimes, from me being the victim, I guess you could call it, sometimes Pearl would be on her phone, you know, maybe we're doing drives to go from our house to church, or maybe from, you know, a long drive, and she's just looking videos or texting people, and I'm just like a chauffeur. I felt unwanted at those points. So we share all those moments, and obviously if we aren't building each other up through the day, at night when we should be having feelings of closeness and like intimacy, we both feel distant, we both feel kind of betrayed through the day, so we're not able to enjoy that closeness at night. But through these discussions we did definitely opened our eyes to where we need to be extremely focused on being determined and actually putting the conscious effort into building each other up and growing that sexual relationship, not just for the moments where we're physically intimate, but encouraging one another through the day. And it's a way of life, kind of this whole sexual intimacy thing goes.
Yeah.
We can't just pop in like, hey, sex now? Cool.
Yeah. It's more like a progress or a process, you know, like testing each other during the day, being nice to each other, you know, those like little moments kind of build up the
romance.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
So things I'm trying to focus on doing, we're going to be letting her know that I do find her attractive. Tell her that she's pretty, got her makeup done, you know, nice clothes, good figure. You know, express those things that internally I tell myself, but I don't verbalize. Also just check up on her sometimes through the week, see how her day is going. You know, normal kind of husbandy things that you need to be doing, but sometimes you just get distracted or you get lazy. And we have to be like very active in our pursuing of each other.
And I'll say he's been doing really good at that, because I think that was last week. I was having a very bad day at school, and then he sent me a message. It was so sweet. Like, I almost cried in class. It was a really good message. And I had to even share that on our social media. Yeah.
But for me though, like growing up, my parents didn't do a lot of like open complimenting, or there wasn't a whole lot of affection between them. So me, it's kind of like a new step. So definitely it's hard to casually and regularly put like these emotions and these compliments out there. Yeah, but also along with complimenting her and checking up on her through the day, a large part that we definitely can't overlook is just prayer. So like every day or near every day, I wrote a prayer like the day after we had all those discussions that was like deep from my heart, because I was still like hurt and scarred, because like, wow, I'm not doing my job as a husband. So I typed a bunch of things out. It was like, God, please transform my eyes, my heart to just be focused on Pearl. Help me compliment her and show kindness and love in the way you've commanded me to.
That is a sweet prayer. I didn't know that was a prayer.
Yeah,
you never told me about it.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be. It's between me and God about you. But it's not, you know, your thing.
I get it.
Yeah. But through that, I do think through maybe a week or so, I started to realize that changes were occurring, that I did have more desire to show her affection. So it's been really great. We praise God for that.
Yeah, so the role I've decided to play to help improve the sexual relationship in our marriage is to make sure I keep my phone away when I'm around Jesse. You know, when we are eating or like driving, I should like talk to him more or engage him in more conversation, because he needs that attention to get connected to me before any kind of like sexual intimacy or sex can happen. Yeah, so that's like one thing I'm working on.
Yeah. Generally I just want to feel connected to the person. You know, I don't want to just pop in every now and then and be like, yeah, this is my object of pleasure. Like, I want to just feel, you know, heart to heart close.
Yeah.
And obviously communication is a big part of that.
So I'm really working on that, like putting my phone away and spending more time with him and not just ignoring him when we are eating. I do appreciate the fact that sometimes when we are eating and I put my phone away, he later on tells me that, babe, I appreciate the fact that you like paid attention to me and then put your phone aside. Yeah.
Like, I see her make a conscious effort. Like, she might be casually scrolling and then all of a sudden she's like, I can see it click in her mind. She's like, crap.
Yeah.
Puts it down and is like,
yeah. Yeah. I like that he commends me for that. Is that the right word?
Commend you.
Yeah. Another thing I'm focused on doing to helping to improve our sexual relationship is to put on more clothes. I grew up with like ladies, and so I don't like wearing clothes. I just like to be naked around the house. But he has made me aware that he prefers to imagine what is behind the clothes than to see it directly, you know. So I'm trying my best to make sure I put on some clothes. It will definitely take work on my part to be able to adjust to putting on clothes, but one good thing is that we have a common ground, which is for me to wear at least skimpy clothes in the house instead of wearing like full heavy clothes that will make me feel uncomfortable. At least those skimpy clothes will make me feel comfortable and also like help him to
find you attractive and desire her.
Yeah. The last and the very most important thing that I'm trying or doing is to focus on praying consistently, asking God for guidance on how to improve a sexual relationship in our marriage.
So also with these steps in our day-to-day life, we're gonna read scriptures, we're gonna meditate on what they say, think about them through the day, and let them sink into our hearts. So these couple scriptures are ones we really like to refer to. So one's gonna be in Ephesians 5, 21 to 33. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Now, it doesn't just stop there. Husbands, we have a command as well. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any blemish, but holy and blameless. In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one has ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their body just as Christ does the church, for we are members of his body. And then the other one is going to be 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always loves, or always hopes, always preserves. So in those things, when we're thinking about reacting to our spouse, or when we're thinking about smarting off or our intentions to one another, does it classify and does it fall in line with what love is? So those are things that we're always checking ourselves with, and if we're building each other up through the day, the sexual intimacy, I mean, there's not going to be any issues because we're going to be in love and it's going to happen. And I mean, it's fun, so it's nothing we like should shy away from or be like, crap, we got to do this again. You know, it's just going to happen naturally. But by doing all these things, it really makes us look forward to the future. By serving God and honoring God in our marriage, it's going to have so much fun and prosperity. We're going to be overjoyed. But thanks for watching.
If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Most importantly, don't forget to share this video with your friends, because people, I'm very certain, will learn something from this video. So be that good friend and share this video with them. And once again, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week Friday. Let's do a little dance for them.
A little dance for it.
You want to dab?
I don't know if I do that.
You should do that. Dab.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just did.
Like that. Yeah, that's dabbing.
Mhm.
Dabbing.
Mhm.